Talking with Michael Strasko here after his team's first victory of the season, and a big win it was, Coach. You opened it up in the second half. A lot of positives. Let's just let you turn it over to you. And from your eyes, what were some of the bigger highlights of the game?
I feel like being healthy is a breath of fresh air because this is the first time we've played. I've had all 12 players available, so that was awesome. Definitely a good feeling, and I feel like we did an excellent job of rebounding. We really focused on that. We did a good job of cutting the floor down, forcing them to work with a smaller floor than what they're used to, which is tough, especially against a pick and roll type offense. And then we got out in transition well and able to finish at the bucket. And when all those things come together, you can have a pretty good night. So that was good to see.
Well, that transition was something that stuck out to me. Lake Hacker, for the most part, was the guy who capitalized on the other end. What's the approach when the shot goes up? How many guys do you send out right away?
Well, I don't send anybody out. I have specific jobs or responsibilities for each player to fill, and then Lake takes it upon himself to put that much effort into getting down the floor so fast. He really looks smooth out there, which is, when I came into the season, I wasn't sure if he would be willing to step up and take that role, and he's definitely done a really good job of that so far, so that's exciting to see.
As you were talking about a couple guys getting their first action here recently, Jalen Nelson, Reboff, how'd you think those guys played tonight?
I think Tyler, his upside is huge, and he has so many good attributes. He handles the ball so well. So having another ball handler on the floor, having someone who can take care of it, who you can rely on for that. Another freshman who's done that is Josh Lang. He's done an excellent job. And then Andrew, Jalen, Tyree, saw all those guys tonight too. I think Jalen does such a good job on defense, especially when he keeps his hands up and forces tough passes, tough decisions from an offense. And Andrew's so hard to handle inside. He's kind of, it's almost strange to guard. Even on a blocking pad, I use a blocking pad on him in practice, and he just slips off that so fast. It seems like you can't see it as well on the floor, or even until you're up close to him actually guarding him. So I think all those guys have done an excellent job, and hopefully we're starting to get our feet under us. We're starting to play a little bit better, get used to playing with each other, and that'll help too. So.
Up by 5 at halftime. What's kind of the message at halftime there? Because you really came out and really pulled ahead. What was kind of the mindset at that point?
My mindset was at one point we were down by 2 or 3 in the second, and my thought process was that our rebounding and defense was not doing what it's supposed to do, and so once we really committed to keeping them on one side of the floor for an entire possession, it really allows our job to get easy as rebounders or as coaches too, because I mean, when the balls are dropping right in front of you, it's hard not to grab it. So.
Well, a lot of firsts tonight. First home game.
Yeah.
First time a couple of guys got out there. Your first win as the Audubon head coach.
Yeah.
It's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it all feels good, and we don't stop. We're going straight to AHST again tomorrow, and then maybe we'll get I think we have a few more home games after Christmas break. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, right. Gets to be some long nights, but guys love it and they work hard, so it's great to coach too.
What's your take on the Vikings?
They have a lot of good players who have. They have 2 specific, and there's no secret in that. Anyone who you talk to in the conference is going to say that Whitey and Jacobson are both bona fide studs in the conference, and they put up their best effort every night. So we have to meet their intensity. Number one, I mean, those guys they control the game so well, and they work so well together. We have to control tempo and intensity, and definitely control their contribution as far as scoring, because they're both excellent scorers. So we're excited to go down there and have another test, I guess.
Yeah. Christmas break after that, what's the approach, I guess, during Christmas break here? You got a long break before I think Griswold comes maybe first after that.
Yeah, Christmas break, we're going to give, I think it's important to be around family. You know, it's good for these guys to get a little bit of a break, and then because it gets so long after Christmas break, I think we'll probably take about 5 days or so, that we get out the 23rd. So the 24th, that next Sunday, we won't have practice or anything, and then we'll come back in Monday and we'll have a scrimmage, and then we'll get back to hitting the grindstone. So
excited about what the new year could bring?
Oh yeah, especially seeing the intensity here, man. The fans were excellent tonight. I feel like we definitely brought an intensity that I haven't seen when we're away, and not that we're not intense when we're away. It's just when you have so many away games in a row, it feels like you're getting home at 11 o'clock every night, and so guys get worn down with homework and family things too. So.
All right.